Hi guys, I'm Alexander, the co-founder of Woof Labs and Supplain blockchain protocol for supply chains, and a lead mentor of Tehnopol Startup Incubator. And today we're going to talk about a scalable business model, which is something every founder is definitely looking for. And what is scalability in general, how to achieve that, what should you focus on? This is the subject of our discussion here. The slide next to me is something that you might dream about, but only if you first have a proof of your concept as a business. And what we have experienced so far with many founders, that they try to start scaling their businesses too early before actually validating those businesses in the market with their target groups. And that's the first mistake, that's the major mistake. This is the mistake I have made with a couple of my companies as well, because scaling too early will ruin your business. What does it mean? When we think about any service or any digital product, then we should understand that creating this product or this service takes time, and it takes resources. Usually we use for that our spare time, but at a certain moment when we understand that market is taking positively what we have to offer, we might want to engage with our first investors. And this is this early stage here where we are so-called burning cash. It means that we either bring in some funding from our friends, family, or from early angel investors. And this is the experimental time of building your business, where you are going to the market. Pretty often you go to the market without the ready-made digital product, just with your MVP, and you start talking with your customers. What we have experienced with many startups here at the incubator, they are coming back to us with not sufficient amount of data. And then we send them back to the market to meet more potential leads, to generate more potential feedback on their value proposition. And then, and only then, when the numbers are there, where they can actually prove that the market is there and the product is needed, we can start growing. And at this initial growth phase, most probably we will engage with the next investment round, bring in more serious people, professionals, who can not only bring some money on board, but also bringing knowledge and connections. This is, I think, one of the strongest sides of Tehnopol, definitely. What happens next is you have to focus on your numbers, because what makes one business model scalable is your unit economics. Imagine that you are building the website, for example, for selling coffee beans. And from the perspective of a coffee manufacturer, their business cannot really be scalable, because to produce more coffee, they need more resources. They need more fields, more cash, more time. But for you, as an owner of this website selling coffee, you have created an asset, a digital asset, and for you it doesn't matter anymore what are the volumes of coffee moving through your website, which means that majority of your expenses is most probably marketing. Scalability means actually that to bring on the new customers, you don't need to have more assets, but you need to establish a situation where pouring in money from your investors can come back to you like 5x, 10x, 30x, because you don't have to invest in additional physical assets. You only develop your digital asset, which is, for instance, your website in this situation, and you go from market to market, testing your business model in different markets and building your guidebook for those markets. This is where the magic happens, where you are breaking even, because your costs, they remain more or less in the straight line, but now from the moment your net revenue is higher than your costs, you are net profitable. And this is what all investors definitely are also looking for, the next hockey stick, like we call it here. And at Tehnopol Startup Incubator, if you will visit our main building, the hall of this building, you will see many hockey sticks on the wall with names of different companies under them. Pay attention, because those are the companies who did something right. They got their unit economics right, and they not only got profitable, but they got this magic momentum. How far can we go? Again, it's not something that will continue endlessly. We need to understand that, because there are certain limitations in your market as well. If we're talking about coffee, for instance, how many coffee drinkers are there in Tallinn? How many of them will find your website? How many of them will purchase from your website, because there is a competition? So all those numbers should be in place. You need to know your numbers. And this is something we are paying a very big attention here at Tehnopol, training and teaching founders how to not only execute, but execute on the right data. So data is the new gold for a founder, and this is the basis of getting your growth into the scalable growth. Well, what I would like to say as a conclusion, you as a founder, you may think that you know what you are doing. And most probably you do, because this is your industry you're coming from. But don't underestimate the power of mentorship, the power of connections, and the power of networking. Those people who are here at Tehnopol and in our network, they can open doors, they can bring some amazing deals on board, and you definitely want that. So I wish you get your numbers right and get your business scalable. Thank you.